Hello friends, this is Hannah of Pet Friend Presents. I'm offering pet-friendly advice from a pet friend whose pet's name is Friend. I truly care for creators' creations, and I would love to create with integrity, with you and your beloved companions, offering tarot, diet, and lifestyle advice for ears that are asking to hear. And so it is a pleasure to be with you all on this beautiful Hua Mahina, on the night of the moon in Hua. And so for a lot of you out there, you know who I am, since this is the beginning of my new channel, being able to provide these offerings. And so thank you so much for your support. In this time, I'm going to cleanse this space, offering some water that I've ingested, some pa'akai, laying down some salt from Molokai, Hawaii, my home. How are y'all doing out there tonight? We're preparing for the full moon, and the moon is going to begin its 3 nights of being in its most bountiful state. And so I come from the island of Hina, the mother of Molokai. And so it is really important to me to acknowledge the cycles of Mahina. And so I felt a very strong calling that someone out there is just needing some clarification. And so if you're here tonight, thank you so much for tuning in. And as we build into tomorrow's moon, which is the Aqua moon, and then moving into the zenith, the Hoku, and then coming into the moon in her fattest state, the most momona and abundant, Mahialani. And so it's just such an important time. Thank you so much for sharing this night of fire, creative fire. I'm feeling it. How are y'all feeling in your heart of hearts? Is there a spark there? Is there a raging fire or a wildfire of emotions? The moon certainly affects our waters within and the waters without. And so tonight I give thanks for the water. I give thanks to Keapua Manaloa and Kashala Creator for allowing us to co-create with you. Here to play, even though the cards don't play. It's really coming strongly that someone would like a clarification on a very specific breed. The Chinese Crested. Oh, whoa. Hey there. Right here we've got the 8 of Swords coming through. They are dogs that present in the metal soma, the body of metal, which means heavy discernment, knowing their no, working with the intellect. Ooh, but also when it comes to the 8, wow, hold up. Got the Ace of Pentacles coming through. We're going fast. They really love to be close to the ground. They're smaller creatures. Far smaller. I think on average, they're probably 10 to 15 pounds, fully grown. Here we go with the Hierophant. Excuse me. Allowing a lot of focus on traditions, keeping up with their culture, and being able to place a higher value in their ways of being. The 8 of Swords. Here we have, here we go. We got our 7, our 9 of Pentacles. Tonight we've got the MelonsquareStudios Good Dog Tarot deck, hailing from Brooklyn, New York. So adorable, so cute. Our beautiful Nine of Pentacles is represented by a bully breed. Oh, just like our friend. If you don't know just yet, my dog's name is Friend, and she is really the inspiration for this channel in so many ways. Ooh! And so, in regards to that Nine of Pentacles, really coming into yourself with your craft and your creativity and your home and your family. It's wild to be here with the Five of Swords, really having discernment to walk away from a conflict. Yeah, with the Divine Masculine at hand. So, really finding that discernment in that metal soma. There's a lot of the metal suit that is here, the swords, the element of air. And here we've got the King of Cups coming through in reverse. And so interesting to have the yin and the yang of the masculine present here, not being able to be balanced in their emotions, maybe being quick to anger, maybe being quick to making assumptions. But the Emperor, in all of its divinity, especially since it resides in the major arcana, really knows how to protect and to lead, and to do so with selflessness and with their pack in mind. And so their pack is really important for the Chinese Crested. In regards to the Nine of Pentacles, I would really love more clarification on that, because that is really just calling out to me. So, oh, whoa, we have the Empress in reverse. A poodle, actually. And so, when it comes to poodles, they also tend to have a metal soma as well. And so, and that would essentially mean that sometimes they need to integrate sour foods or not have as many sour foods, because that could cause them to tighten. And so that would be bitter greens such as endive and artichoke, any kind of vinegars. That would probably not be appropriate with a Chinese Crested or a poodle. But the Empress in reverse is also looking at the toxicity of the feminine in different ways. And if you can think about the overbearing mother, the helicopter mom, or even the tiger mom archetypes, the mothers that are living through their children. So interestingly enough, is in the Chinese Crested at home, maybe within the first 10 weeks of their life, when they are with their mother, sometimes they will have to find ways to be independent, because this may be a breed that the mothers don't smother and are very firm in their discernment with that. And so that was really fun. Thank you so much to the Chinese Crested for wanting to be seen and heard. I hope that was edifying to whoever needed that. And so moving on into the full moon and all of the beauty that we may be feeling arising within, or the anxiety as the unknown approaches, as we start to discover new things or get new news. During this full moon season, how are you doing? Are you starting something new? Are you adjusting to new training routines with your beloved companion, finding different ways to bond? Are you making a pact to go somewhere with your dog every weekend, or spend 1 hour cuddling with your cat? How are you connecting right now? And so now we are featuring the Good Puppy Tarot deck, from MelonsquareStudios, and this deck is so sweet. It's actually one of my favorite decks in regards to the pet tarot decks that I have. It is extremely small and puppy sized, and mini sizes always have more fun. But also there's something about this deck that just really feels like rose quartz to me. Feels non-judgmental and welcoming and inviting, and that there's a lot of space to listen. And I think that for viewers out there who are very close to me, you know that one of the attributes in which I have is attentiveness, authenticity, and a shoulder to lean on. As cheesy as that sounds, but I pride myself in that. But this deck in particular, it's small but mighty. And so whoever you are out there, you're coming in with the Empress, and we just saw the Empress in reverse in the good tarot, the good dog tarot. And now we get to see the brightness of the Divine Mother. And so the Empress is budding forth, offering fertility, offering abundance, willing to share. All about her community, all about her family, wanting to be generous of home, hearth, and medicine, and whatever she can give. Our Mother Earth in itself is the Empress. Or in the Hawaiian culture, Wakea, Earth Mother. And so for whoever's out there, maybe you have a very maternal companion. Maybe it's something that you're praying for in regards to your pet companion, that you would love for them to also mother you. Maybe you're learning how to mother yourself. Be a good mother to yourself. Or maybe you have a newborn and your kitten is really interested in them, and you're seeing on the baby monitor that your kitten is sleeping in the baby's room. The Empress is here and showing herself. Oh, got a bunch of cards that just flew out, but this is what we had on top. Got the Four of Cups. And so this is what I like to call somewhat mosquito water. The waters that are stagnant in our emotions. And in Latin, emotion is derived from emote, and it means to move. So our emotions are not meant to be permanent residents within our hearts. And so the Four of Cups needs to involve movement. And so is there additional exercise that your beloved companion needs? Maybe additional exercise that even you yourself needs. Maybe you actually intended to get a pet so that you could spend more time outside. Maybe it's good to tune in and find out if that is still relevant. Here we go. Here we've got our Seven of Cups. That's beautiful. Now you're looking at all of the options that are surrounding you. That's a beautiful transition from the Four. From feeling like a stick in the mud to realizing that you have a myriad of choices before you. And sometimes that can feel really overwhelming. And so it's beautiful to ask beings of light, your guides, your council of angels, your well ancestors, ask them for support. Ask your companion animals, guides, council of angels to come forth. It takes a village to help make that decision. Oh wow, we really have a very heart-centered mama bear that's coming through in this reading, starting with the Empress and moving all throughout the cups. So when it comes to the Page of Cups, we are just learning the matters of the heart and approaching with an earnest heart, mind, and spirit, and wanting to be a student of love, of learning about unconditional love, and not mourning over what you think will fulfill the heart, which may be toys or a certain kind of food or a certain kind of bed for your dog. It's not about that. Like, maybe you just are learning now how to bond with your pet, and or maybe there's a change that's happened if you have a couple of pets who are hiding away. Maybe something is about to be revealed. And I'm just wondering if we can shed some light on these revelations. Woo! Hey, Buns! Buns! Excuse me. My bunny had somewhere to be. Oh my goodness. Well, these are the two cards that popped out there. And so we've got the Strength card. We've got the Knight of Pentacles coming through. And whenever I see strength, I always realize that strength is not what we always think that it is in the physical sense. Strength sometimes means vulnerability and knowing when that's important, knowing when it is strong if you have a brave heart. And so maybe, and I think it's amazing that it looks like a mastiff is being personified here. They're big teddy bears. And so a great protector, someone who can offer homage and shelter and sanctuary, that also involves the qualities of the Divine Mother of the Empress in so many ways, is true strength. And true strength actually means being able to show up for your family. And so if this is an invitation for a beloved companion who is shying away, then I really invite you to trust your family and trust that you are supported. And it's okay to take your time. Your family respects you for taking that time to discover your own strength. And I think that we're actually coming into a time of speeding up, as we see in the Knight of Pentacles. We are now realizing that we have these options and that we can move forth once we have made a decision that is led by the heart and not the mind. And then we can find our footing, find our ground, meet our message. And whatever messes that we've had, it's okay. We've come here to shine our armor and be clean. And so this is such a beautiful reading for whoever is out there who doesn't trust that their family is theirs. And if you are in need of support and affirmation that your pet is here to stay and they chose you for a reason like you chose them. And sometimes we have to trust the timing, and it was truly divine, heart-centered timing that brought you and your pet together. And so I pray that this is edifying for someone out there, and I know that it is, because anyone who hears this is hearing it when they need to. And so thank you so much, friends, for spending this drum roll into our June full moon, coming into our Akua moon tomorrow and feeling the internal world awaken. And so I invite you to continue to awaken and find peace and refuge with your beloved companions. Until next time, friends.